तू चलता चल तू चलता चल तू चलता चल
75 years of independence is a time to celebrate. There are reasons to celebrate. We are still a democracy and have not split further after partition. We have withstood threats to our security fairly well. The economic reforms started in 1991 and thereafter followed by various governments have improved the economy to a reasonable extent and elevated considerable amount of poverty from India. You can see foreign goods available in the country today. Our IT sector has contributed greatly to our growth and our IT professionals are globally competitive. We are today a nuclear power and have done great in the field of space research. In 83, we won the Cricket World Cup, and this victory in due course has led India to become the powerhouse in cricket in the world. We have done well in this Olympics despite the poor system. India today is facing several crises. I am not sure whether you are even aware of this because of the massive propaganda which keeps proclaiming that sab changa si. And if things are not okay, it is probably because of Jawaharlal Nehru and COVID. I presume that you would be knowing that India economy has been the worst performer in Asia in recent times, and the unemployment situation is one of the worst at all times. As per a report of Azim Premji University, the mishandling of COVID, first wave had pushed 23 crore people below the poverty line. There was an increase in 15% below poverty line in the rural areas and 20% in the urban areas. Farmers' protest has been going on and it is one of the longest protests in the history of independent India, with the government refusing to accept the legitimate demands of the farmers. In these circumstances of poor economy and shrinking job opportunities, you would be joining the workforce. In No Frills Academy, we always talk about proactive behavior. The essence of this behavior is to know the reality and take action so that you do not have to regret later. I have been interviewing the youth of India since 2010 at the rate of about 2 to 6 per day. Some interesting facts which I have gleaned from my interactions with the students are as follows. Since 2010, over 11 years of interacting with students, I have not been able to count over 10 mechanical engineers who really understood mechanical engineering. I have not come across more than 2 to 4 electronics and communication engineers who could really explain to me how radio waves function, how this propagation takes place. And it sometimes surprises me. Like I would have liked to talk to them, you know, how the impact of cloud cover, humidity, and all have an impact on communications, the undulations of the ground, and all that. How you can have water over it, how can propagation will take place, what will be the impact and all that. I have never had an opportunity to do that because boys and girls simply don't understand what's happening. Across the board, I have not come across more than 10% students who know the proper usage of verbs in English. I will reserve my comments on the state of educators. Once again, coming on to the proactive behavior on which we stress upon, I tell my students that I am not bothered about the mahal at school, college or home. The quality and quantity of information available today on the internet is better than ever before. Fortunately, internet rates are also cheap in India. Of course, this will not remain so for long. In a matter of few years, things will change. Our rates will go high because the control of communications is going to be with Jio and Airtel, and maybe after some time only Jio. We are passing through the information age and on the threshold of the fourth industrial revolution. The available information has made me gain decent understanding of economics. So, like I have been able to learn at a pretty old age, you can learn at a young age, and information is available. Most of you are students. The advantages of gaining correct knowledge are going to be vital for your future lives as also life of India as a society. Let me give you a few examples. Within 10-12 days of the announcement of demonetization, I had written a blog in which I had explained that how much economic loss this action would cause, and there are going to be hardly any benefits. The false propaganda would keep you feeding. It was feeding you that time and would be feeding you now also, that it was great noble intentions of a great prime minister behind this economic stupidity. Within 1 week of the announcement of the government's hollow vision of doubling farmers' income in 6 years in 2016, I had written a blog stating that this vision had no backing of sound policies and that it was total false propaganda. As we are coming closer to 2022, it is becoming quite clear to not only all Indians and the world, but if you understood things well, you should have known it in 1 week of this announcement and the various media coverage that was saying, फार्मर्स की सरकार है और इतना तरक्की करा देंगे फार्मर्स का कोई प्लान नहीं था। 12% का इंक्रीज चाहिए इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ में, कभी भी 3-4% से ऊपर नहीं ग्रोथ हो रहा फार्मर्स की इनकम का, और इन सरकार के आते हुए तो बुरा हाल ही है। तो ये जो होता है, दिस फॉल्स प्रोपेगेंडा, यू गेट इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय इट बिकॉज यू डोंट नो व्हाट्स हैपनिंग, because you don't understand things. I would advise you to do research by yourself to understand ये मेक इन इंडिया जो प्रोग्राम था, ये जो जुमला था उसका क्या हुआ। फिर एक और नया जुमला आपको मिला, आत्मनिर्भर भारत, उसका भी थोड़ा स्टडी करके देखो कितना आत्मनिर्भर हो गया भारत। Then you will come to know कि ऐसा कुछ हुआ नहीं है। चाइनीज बॉयकॉट का बड़ा शोर मचाया गया था। Our dependence on China has not reduced practically at all. India today faces serious security threats. China is aggressive in Asia. Pakistan is in collusion with China. And after the withdrawal of US from Afghanistan, it is savoring victory through Taliban. India perforce has to strengthen the security. We need to build our capability in the mountains as well as the sea. Despite Quad or good relations with the US, we have to be Atmanirbhar to guard our land and sea borders. Security forces remain the most respected organization in India by a huge margin. The pay is decent and lifestyle is quite enviable. Neeraj Chopra is a Fauji as much as Rajyavardhan Rathore is, or for that matter, Major Dhyan Chand was. Our secular culture is an example to the country. General J.S. Verma, who is from Meerut, and socially I am in touch with him, who retired as an army commander, had this to tell me once. He said that I always shared a drink from the glass of the Sapai Wala in every Bada Khana that I attended over 40 years of my service. This ethos is badly needed by India today. There are several avenues of joining the defense forces, which I am sure you would be quite aware of. For boys, the avenues commence after clearing the 12th, and for girls after graduation. There are entries which require you to clear the written exam, as also some which have direct SSB. The medical, dental and veterinary courses are also fairly large and do not involve any SSB and offer great career prospects. Clearing of the written examinations for joining the defense services as an officer is not a big deal. An aspirant needs to have decent knowledge of maths, English and general knowledge apart from whatever he or she has studied. Studying the past sample papers can give you a good idea of what and how to prepare. With systematic preparation of 2-3 months, an aspirant should be able to clear these exams. SSB, unlike what websites and coaching academies would make you believe, is no big deal. It has been made into a big deal by this various kinds of misinformation that you get. In short, to clear SSB, only the following things are required. If you are a student, then be a good student, and if you are a worker, be a good worker, and in addition, be physically fit and have decent general knowledge. These things anyone should be able to manage on his own. In case a person feels that he or she is unclear of what and how to improve, then he or she can join Noble's Academy, and I hope we will be able to guide the aspirant to success. This is the short message I have for all of you. Wish you a very happy Independence Day. Thank you.